All right, Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison, he faced the Republican-dominated House Fraud Committee today to answer questions about the Feeding Our Future case. Now, the GOP has called a recently released recording disturbing, saying that Ellison offered support for criminal defendants in the country's largest pandemic scam. Our Corin Hoggard was at the Capitol for Ellison's pushback.
And we need you in this fight with us.
A month before the FBI raided Feeding Our Future, at least a few of its fraudsters got a meeting with Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison. The group, identified as the Minnesota Minority Business Association, complained to Ellison that East African businesses faced racism from state agencies.
April 30th, I got shut down.
That was the now convicted former owner of Safari Restaurant, and Ellison acknowledged knowing the restaurant in the recording. He says at the time he knew a judge had ruled against the State Department of Education stopping payments to some vendors, but didn't know exactly who he was talking to. Republicans were skeptical of Ellison's professed confusion.
Why do you say now that you didn't know who he was when he clearly told you who he was? And why are you offering help to these people to work against your client?
What's the help that these people got? No help. I mentioned DHS, and yet they were talking about MDE, so it's not clear. It wasn't clear. It's apparent that in that conversation, it wasn't clear to me what agency they were even discussing.
Ellison said the tape proves a couple things. He listened to constituents with complaints that would be important to him, but then he told them to put it all in writing. And in the end, he didn't help them, even with money on the table.
Of course I'm here to help. I mean, but let me be clear. I'm not here because I think it's going to help my re-election. When offered help in my campaign, I rejected it on the tape. You can hear it. I didn't know I was being recorded. That happened.
Ellison acknowledged the fraudsters tried to use racism as a shield to not be investigated, but said ultimately it didn't work. From the Capitol, Corin Hoggard, Fox 9.